Do you want more? More time, more balance, more love, more sex, more money, more real, and less bullshit? This is the Women Wanting More podcast with Dr. Karen Osborne. Real life, real stories, plus real tips to get you more of what you want.
Sometimes I feel like my life is Groundhog Day. Some pieces of it. You see the movie Groundhog Day with Bill Murray? I don't know when that came out, years ago. If you haven't, watch it. Hilarious. But what happens in the movie is Bill Murray keeps waking up each day, and it's like, I don't know, how does it go with it's Groundhog Day? I guess because it's the leap year? I don't know. But what ends up happening is it's the same day every day. The same thing's happening. So he plays it a little bit different each time, or he knows what's coming. And so Groundhog Day, you know, a lot of the similar rituals and routines as I'm sitting here outside of my boxing gym. Monday morning is one of my training times with my coach, Rob, 9 a.m. Dropped off my youngest guy, Kai. Now, the who's dropping off who? Who's dropping off our oldest boy and who's dropping off the one at daycare, Kai? Who's dropping off Tyson, who's dropping off Kai? That may change from day to day. But as far as a lot of the different routine, we've got a lot of structure in place in our life. A lot of it. And it can seem like Groundhog Day, right? And listen, in the podcast, I talk about every piece of life, not just the highlight reel. On Facebook, I do the exact same thing. On Instagram, I do the exact same thing. Like, it's the same everywhere. It's the same. But we sometimes think, you know, I have women that follow me, maybe this has been you, sister, that they take a look at what I've created within my marriage or with my business, with this message and movement, with Women Wanting More, with, with my children, with my body, and think somehow that it's all like exciting and like, yeah, you get to do this cool stuff every day. And yeah, that's true. But you know what? It's a lot of fucking unsexy. It's a lot of Groundhog Day. It's a lot of consistently doing the actions that you need to get the things that you fucking want. And it's not easy. And there's a lot of people that are great starters and they do not finish. They don't complete. They don't follow through. They drop off. They drift all the fucking time. Groundhog Day. And from the outside in, it can have the appearance of, well, that's kind of boring. You do the same thing, the same on this day, same on this day, or I don't want to be like shackled. I remember someone I had when I was in network marketing that I had someone on my team and she didn't even have like a fucking calendar. Now, you know, she's a young girl and stuff, but I was like, wow, like how do you, no, I don't want to be like very much her. The idea in her head was like, if I schedule stuff, I'm somehow going to be chained to this day planner, this scheduler, or my phone, like whatever. She saw that structuring your day and having times that you do certain things was actually stifling her. And what a lot of people don't understand is that when you create structure and routine and rituals, it actually gives you the ultimate freedom. Because there's so much time that's wasted on what are we having for dinner tonight? Who's picking up what kids? And we still go there with both of those things, by the way. But there's a lot of things that I don't have any conversations about when I train. Monday, Wednesday, Friday, 9 a.m. I hit the Thursday. It's a group class at 7 p.m. And then Saturday at 9 a.m. Like, that's clear. I now have a swim coach. Tuesdays at 9 a.m. Clear. Our date nights, Friday and Tuesday nights, 6 to 10 p.m. It's clear. Right? When my kids go to school, when I work, when I pick up kids, like, it's structured. And it creates a lot of freedom. I'm actually able to get more things done in less period of time because there's not a lot of wasting of time. And by the way, in that space, I create time for me more for meditation, journaling, walking my dogs every single morning without fail. Unless I'm away, in which case I clearly cannot. Meditate before I go to bed at night. Like, things are set. People often too take a look and go, wow, you guys get so much done. And I actually work very few hours. Like, you would be surprised. I work a lot of in what I call the pockets, right? So I'm recording this podcast as I've got 10 minutes before I jump into my gym and start training. I get so much more done because I have structure, because I have routine. I have these rituals in place. And yes, it can feel like Groundhog Day because, again, as I'm sitting outside the gym or as I'm driving over from Kai's daycare to my gym, which is only about 5 minutes away, so it's nice and convenient, hit the gym and then head home and shower and start working, that, in my head, I'm kind of like, okay, here we go, another training session kind of to go, right? I don't have a date set for my next term I do, which is March of 2018, but that's like fucking way out. But we're going to take a look at trying to find a fight for me. For my first fight experience will be an actual fight. But I don't know when that is right now, right? When you have that deadline that's like right in front of you, the intensity is going to be amped up a little bit more. It's you're going to be kind of like there's an end game or a goal or something you're working towards, right? But say like right now, like I'm still training. I'm not slacking off. It's still intense. 5 days a week. Boxing training is no fucking joke, man. It was not easy to do. But yet, it's consistently doing the things that you need to. It's showing up when you don't fucking feel like it. It's doing things sometimes, maybe even when you're tired. Now, don't run yourself into the ground. Take care of you and do what you need to do. But there are times I'm going to do things because I need to get shit handled. I was up late on Saturday night packaging up journals for all y'all who order them all over the world. By the way, drkarenosler.com/free journal. Going to plug that motherfucker in there right now and get your free journal. Jesus Christ, what are you waiting for? Like 262, I think I've sent out as of yesterday to about 12 countries around the world. So grab yours, drkarenosler.com/free journal. But I stayed up late Saturday night so I could get that done, right? It was important for me. It's important for me. I spent a couple hours yesterday getting caught up and sending out paperwork to our accountant that I've got a little bit behind in. My husband went out and took my boys. They hung out for about 3.5 hours so I could get that done. So I could go to the post office and then mail the journals I packaged up the night before. But there's a lot of space that I create in my day. There's not, again, like if I had to count up the number of hours that I actually, I work, it'd be difficult, right? Because in the morning, I guess it wouldn't be difficult. In the morning, I'm doing, my more for time, and then I'm posting on Facebook, right? I'm posting in the Sisterhood, a group coaching program that I have, and there's a daily sisterhood tip. I have another group that's called 90 Days of Power, and this is the women that have stepped through and continue on coaching from my recent live event, Women Want to More Live 4.0. Recording this podcast right now, right? When I get home, I'll be creating some content that I'm on the call and on a phone with someone who's applying for Women Want to More Live 5.0 2018, which is going to be called The Evolution. And then I'll probably do a little bit of work when kids get home from school and daycare, maybe just checking in. And then I'm down for the night. So if I had to add up the hours, say for today that I'm actually working, I would say it's probably 4. And that might seem crazy, oh my God, because it's also really important to me. I'm also really clear that I want to pick my kids up after school and daycare. It's just really important for me. Now that might change in 6 months, it might change in a year, but for now, it works. For now, it works. And I'm starting to get some more help with some of these things. So for example, this podcast, I do all the production. So I record it, I then publish it. All the steps to get into Libsyn, which is where it's housed, kind of like video is housed in YouTube. Libsyn is a place where that audio is housed and then is pulled that feed to be able to put onto iTunes, creating the show notes, putting it on social media. So I've someone's been doing all those pieces. So I can just create. I may even take the podcast to daily, if not 4 or 5 times a week, so I can free up the time. So I can just create because I can crank out podcasts all the time. Because if you've been listening for a while, you know that my life is the content. It's me sharing things that have happened in my life, the lessons that I've really found from it, and sharing it with you. And this one today is just really about understanding and realizing that there'll be a lot of unsexy shit that you do in your life. It is what is required to get the things that you truly fucking want. And yes, it can feel like it's Groundhog Day some days. So what? What's the alternative? Chaos? Oh my God, who's picking up when? Oh my God, what's good getting food? Oh my God, where's my clothes for the day? Who put this? Where's my keys? Blah, 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 running all around. And then continuing the insanity for the rest of your day. Shit show, right? And listen, you can have the best laid plans, especially when you have children, and there is the shit show days. I know it because I have them. But for the most part, I wouldn't say it's smooth, but I control the things that I can control. I control the things that I can control. Myself, my emotions, getting the kids' lunches ready the night before, having clothes laid out, taking care of me. I control the things that I can control. And having consistency and rhythms and rituals and certain things that I do at certain times of the day allows me the freedom to get a ton of fucking shit done. And it's not because I'm hustling and grinding and up all night and all that kind of stuff. I've done that. And it's not because I'm trying to jam as much as I can in those 4 hours during the day. I've done that too. You know what actually makes me more productive? And it's such a paradox. Space. Not jamming so much in. Saying yes to the things that matter. Did an episode on that a while back saying it's fuck yes or fuck no. Like if it's not a fuck yes, it's a fuck no. I say no to a lot of things. It allows me to get really clear and focused on the things that matter to me because I know truly who I am and what I want and why things matter. Your life becomes simpler when you have those three things figured out, or at least figured out for now, because if you continue this work and stay in this game that I speak of in here, this life of more, that you will change on a regular basis. What you want will change. Who you become changes. It's a beautiful thing. Rebirth and creation all the time. That's growth. That is life. But having that structure and routines in place is really going to allow you the opportunity to do those things. Like, that's it. That's it. That's it. That's it. Call it discipline if you want. I don't think the word is discipline. I think it's commitment. Discipline means that you have to, somehow you're that person or you're not that person. It becomes this bullshit excuse as to why you don't execute and create and produce within your life. Commitment is different. Commitment is simply a decision. Discipline is something that people will put on as an attribute that they have or they don't have. Make the fucking commitment. Do the things that are required. Yes, it'll feel like Groundhog Day some days, but that's what fucking produces results. The times that you don't see traction when you actually are moving forward and it seems like you're standing still. This is how it works, sister. Be okay with Groundhog Day. So here's your more tip for today. Sit down right now and take a look at your day and really see, actually, let's back this up for a second. Let's just do this. Let's make it super simple. What is one thing that you can structure into your life right now that you haven't? Like maybe it's workouts, maybe it's your date nights. Like you have that as those set times. And that's it. Like you protect that time, right? Maybe it's your more for time in the morning. Maybe it is, I don't know. Maybe date time you have with the kids. Maybe it's a certain time that you're doing something for business. That's like, this is my time. I'm studying. You're reading, like whatever it is. Create that space in your calendar. By the way, there's never finding time. There's creating time. People are like, oh, if I could find the time to do that. Fuck, that's such bullshit. Create it. Create the space. Create the time. And be specific. What is the day you're going to do that thing? How much time do you need? At exactly what time will you do it? This is the way that you can actually produce and create within your life. All of you that are saying like, oh my God, it's 5 years, it's still the same stuff. You have not gotten specific, and it starts with doing one thing. You have that list of 25 things you want to do. Take it and throw it in the trash and pick one. One and then the next one and then the next one and the next one. But today it's one. What is one thing you can structure into your day, into your week that moves you closer to the things that you actually want? So I mentioned already, sisters, about the free journal. So yeah, over at drkarenosram.com/free journal. Plus I send you some other super cool Women Wanting More swag. If you are not currently in the Women Wanting More Experience Facebook group, get your ass over to Facebook right now. Go up to the search bar at the top and type in Women Wanting More Experience and ask to be added to the group. I put 2 or 3 questions in there every single week. You're going to see women that are like you, sister. This is what you've been looking for, right? Like, I want to find the women that are like me, that want power within their life. And we have the conversations inside there. Plus, inside the One Wanting More Experience, there's a lot of new programs that I'm dropping that they get first dibs. It's almost like my laboratory. I'm really asking a lot of my core group, like, what do you want? What do you need? I would love for you to be a piece of that and get your feedback and input. In addition, to take this further is the sisterhood. Okay, that is a group coaching program different from the experience. The sisterhood is an elite group of women. There's 102 that are in the group right now that want more power within their life, within their marriage, with their children, with their body, with their business. There's a sisterhood tip that's put in daily. We have live weekly Facebook trainings in there, and you get to actually have me live as your coach. And so you can actually get your 7-day free trial and sign up for that right now. So that's over at drkarenosborn.com/sisterhood. So I will talk to you next episode. A life of more is one step away from you doing the fucking work every single day. I love and appreciate you.
To get the show notes of each Women Wanting More episode, including the How to Get More tip, subscribe to the newsletter at drkarenosborn.com/newsletter.